Graph description, essay writing. First, we will look at the question. Let's read the question. The graphs show restaurant branches and customer satisfaction points for two different restaurants, KFC, Donald's. Describe both the graphs, explain the data. Now we move on to paragraph 1. Let's start with introduction. The first phrase, the data shows. Use the phrase and then write what is the question about. You can take this information from the question or from the graphs. Now, so the information in the question is about the restaurant branches, customer points for two different restaurants between 2010 and 2015. So the information must be in the question or in the graph. Use it. Then say what you're going to do. This essay will describe the graphs and explain the data. We'll make it short because you may not have time later. Paragraph 2. We explain the first graph. Start with the phrase. The first graph shows. Take the information from the graph. Restaurant branches from 2010 to 2015. Then start with the first one, KSC. What was the first number? 3,000 branches in 2011. Then you start explaining. It decreased dramatically. What was the number? Next year. Again, there was a dramatic increase. I've just changed the grammar. Decrease dramatically to dramatic decrease because it's the same information. So dramatic decrease next 3 years. Lastly, how many branches in 2015? Then use whereas. Donald, 500 branches 2011. Mention the first number. Then increased steadily. What was the number? Then I've used considerable increase. Considerable means a huge increase to 2,500, 2013. Next 2 years, gradual rise. How many branches? 3,000 branches. So what you do is explain one by one, but if you see a pattern here, 2011 and 2013, you see a huge increase. You could say from 2011 to 2013, there was a huge increase. You don't have to explain 11 and 12 if you see the same pattern. Lastly, these two lines from the graph, this phrase is very important. What you understand from the graph? We understand there was a sharp decrease for KFC, but there was a huge increase for Donald's. So this is very important to mention, it's like the topic sentence for this whole paragraph. Don't forget to mention this. Only then you might get good marks. Now let's move on to paragraph 3. Now paragraph 3. Like paragraph 2, use this phrase. The second graph shows. What is it? Information from the graph. To start with, a linker, KSC, got 30 points, past tense, 2010, the first number, but it soon dropped dramatically to 20 in 2011, although it soon increased slightly to 22. The next year, it fell dramatically, a huge fall to 10, and then it didn't change in 2015. So the pattern is, so 2000 from 2010 to 2011, then slight increase, then again dramatic decrease, then did not change. Let's move on to Donald. On the other hand, comparison. Donald initially 10 points. It doubled in 2011. Next 3 years, there was a steady increase over 25, and finally it peaked to 30, 2015. The important thing from the graph, what do we understand? Sharp decrease for customer points for KSC. For Donald, considerable increase. Mention what you understand. Now, let's move on to paragraph 4, the last one. The last paragraph starts with overall, or to conclude, or in conclusion. It seems clear what increase in customer points made Donald open more branches, whereas decrease made KSC lose its business. So what do you understand from these two graphs? Because the customer points were less, KSC lost its business. So mention that in a line. Then you say the two graphs show how customer satisfaction is important to improve business. So if you want, you can start another sentence using the two graphs show what you understand again. Then you use the word in my opinion. What is your opinion? Managers should try to have creative solutions to satisfy customers. If you have time, you can also use the phrase, if the customers are satisfied, what will happen? The business will grow. Okay. Subscribe and share if you like it. Like or dislike, feel free to comment. Let's learn, let's share. Thank you very much again for watching.